picture, or do you just have a little Chris?
Logo.
Red, black,
There we go. I just gotta mute this channel over here so that it stops kicking. And there we go. All right, you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Let me drop the live chat over there. I had to do an update once we got on, and that kind of screwed everything up here.
Are they going to be able to see? Are we live?
We are.
Oh, we are.
We are.
Are folks able to see your face, or did they see the logo?
No, no, they definitely see me because I'm in a whole separate camera on the front of the screen.
Okay.
So I'm on the top, and you guys are on the bottom. And people are already in. Zach's in, Wong Bob's in. What's up, fellas? How you doing?
How's it doing?
So, as always, this is Out Fox with Bourbon. I'm Gray Fox from Sly Fox Tactical. Below me currently right now is John.
How y'all doing?
Beer, Bourbon, Bushcraft, BBB Customs, and all the other stuff that he happens to do. And then also we have Chris from Out West with Chris.
What's kicking?
What's kicking, chicken? And his beard, as always, present. So that's fantastic. So it's been a while since we've been on here. So how you guys doing?
Go ahead, John. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. It's been kind of a crazy month because we haven't been on since like the end of May, I think. It's been a little bit, so things have gotten a little crazy and then calmed down and then got crazy again. But I appeared on a podcast called the Armed Squirrel Podcast.
I actually listened to it. It was very good.
Yes, and I got inundated with knife orders.
Really? Wow.
Oh my God. So I am just now starting to catch up with stuff, and it has just been crazy. So big love out to the Armed Squirrel Podcast for putting me on there and talking with Toby and them, and a good friend of mine, Chin, who lives out in South Carolina, who's I met him through some other prepper stuff that we listen to with authors and whatnot, and he got me hooked up with those two guys, and then went on their podcast, and then I did that, and then orders for knives just started coming in like crazy, and I was overwhelmed for a minute.
It doesn't hurt though. It's kind of nice.
But it's like, man, I want to service my customers, but oh my God, y'all, give me a break for a second here.
Exactly. Oh, I know what that's like with the axes, man. Yeah. I'm finally catching a break at this point, so it's kind of nice. But now I've got all these new projects going on and everything else. So, somebody cracked a brew. That was me, buddy. Little Stella Artois action, brother.
Oh, nice.
So,
are you pouring it in the proper cup?
No, I do have them, but I'm just drinking it straight out of the can because I don't care. But anyways, did you get a new camera, John?
No, I'm on my MacBook Pro.
Really? You look so much cleaner. Your image is so much cleaner than it usually is.
I actually went out and pulled my halogen lights out from my shop and brought them in here to set them up. So
it's much better, brother.
Man, again, so
much better. So what's new with you, Chris?
Not a whole. Well, I guess a whole lot. Shoot. I'm trying to find the stream. I can't find it. But anyways, what's new with me? I've been fishing my dick in the dirt. It's been. Oh, there I go cussing.
Of course, never fails.
Yeah, I know. No, I've just been fishing a lot lately. Almost, maybe a little too much. Like, I'm in 2 tournaments right now, and it's kind of gotten to the point where it's almost like, do I want to do another one, because they're bass tournaments, and I do enjoy fishing for bass. But I also like to fish for other stuff as well. And if I'm in a tournament, I'm just competitive. Right. So I want to fish as much as possible.
Right.
So everything else has kind of gone by the wayside, because if I don't have my kids and I'm not working, I'm like, okay, I'm going out,
You have been posting a shitload of fishing videos lately.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's just like barely the tip of the iceberg. I have so many to edit. Like the video I posted today was from a week and a half ago, and I've fished probably five times since then. You know what I mean? At least. And then I have a video from my Oregon trip to edit still. But yeah, I've been getting home at like 11 from fishing, 10:30 or so by the time I get unloaded and everything. And then I try to edit a little bit and then crash at about midnight or 1, depending.
Right.
And then it's up at 6 and rinse repeat.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, I still have 3 Blade Show videos to do.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
That I haven't done yet.
I don't think people really, a little inside baseball, but I don't think people really understand what it takes, the time it takes to edit a video, to record your footage, and then sit down, download your footage, from your memory cards, edit, review, render, and
post.
It's for a 15-minute video, excluding the recording part, because that's something totally different in a lot of cases. But that's like a 4-hour process sometimes for me, because
it can be. Which is what's funny about that, because Dan from BattleBox asked Chris and I to post up a video for their Browse Blades Mini Kama sale that they had going on, and we both had to tape them, get them edited, and get them up within a few hours, which was.
And the reason why I asked you when you were going to upload is because I was actually driving to go fish.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, I'm like, well, crap, I'll get it up as soon as I can. I think I stayed up until 1 in the morning working on stuff. Like I got home at 9:30 that night, I think, and recorded. I was freaking all dirty in my fishing gear and stuff, and just like, okay, let's just do it,
Right. So Zach, let me answer a couple questions here real quick. So holding out on Blade Show videos, I've got 3 of them left to do. I have Ontario Knife Company. I have what else do I have? I have another one for Abraham and Joseph's Blades, and I have one for Utica Knives. So I have those 3 left to do. So Utica, Abraham and Joseph, and Utica. And then I also have a video that I still need to go film for Titan Paracord, which I have a whole bunch of stuff from Titan. I need to film that, but I need to do that outside, and it's been raining every day. So as soon as it quits raining on me every day, I'll go out there and get that done. And as far as your order going in at 7, my order was in at 7 as well. It was 7:01 when I got my announcement that I ordered, and I got my shipping notice as well. I just got it like 15 minutes ago. So I've got my low number, whatever number that might be, Browse Blade coming for me as well. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what I ended up getting. I'm not quite sure. But more exciting than that, on Monday I got, it was Monday, I got all of my knives back from John.
Yes.
So all the Sly Fox Skinners will be going out probably this weekend that are sold, and then there's still a few available, and I'll post up all that information as I'm posting the ones that it's sold. So that should be pretty cool. But anyways, they turned out great. I think they're pretty awesome, so I'm looking forward to it. But other than that, there's a lot going on. So Blade Show was flipping fantastic. I don't think I've talked to you guys since Blade Show, have I?
No. We haven't been on here since, well, before that. Like,
not really.
Yeah, no, we've talked, but not live. So Blade Show is flipping fantastic, and it's pretty important to me to get both Chris and John out there next year. So that would be awesome to have you guys out there hanging out at Blade Show. That'd be a hell of a good time.
I will be there for sure. I mean,
no. Can I swap mics? No. Why would I need to swap mics? I can turn my gain up and down. You guys hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Yeah, I don't know. Turn it up, man. But anyways, so no, it was awesome. Like I said, the only thing that would make it better would be to get you guys out there. I can move it closer to my face too.
I can move it so much closer.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. I'm echoing. That's probably. Let me take a look here. Let me see why. All right, let's see. I wonder if I can mute this channel. No, that's off.
What you got there, Chris?
Got a little Hotel Tango Bravo bourbon. Thanks to Zach.
That part of the exchange on the forum?
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
So, it's tasty.
There we go. That should have taken care of that. Let me see what I can do here. Nope, that should be good. That should have taken care of the echo, hopefully. Good. I like it when you call into a radio station, they have your radio up. Yeah, that's pretty awful.
It actually could be on my side of things because I can't get my freaking headphones to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here, let me switch my mic input really quick.
Okay.
And maybe that will help.
No problem. Exactly.
How do I sound now?
You sound just fine.
Okay.
You sound super sexy, Chris. Thanks for changing that for me. Now I can't hear you at all. No, can't hear you at all.
Nope, I can't either.
So, John, did you hear any more on that giveaway thing? Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I actually had to close out another channel that was duplicating my sound. Did you got that? Have you heard anything back?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm hoping this week to have the final pick sent to Daniel. Get that squared away.
Very cool. Very cool.
Because I have that, and I had to finish off all the Skinners, and then finish off Bert's sword, finish off that the battle box knife, and then I got inundated with orders from being on that podcast. So I've just been trying to juggle all of that crap. And
at least I'm sending you money. That doesn't hurt, right? Exactly. So at least we're getting sales. That doesn't suck.
Love it.
So that's good. So for those of you who don't know, who are into the Bastian Blades, this is the Bastian Partisan. Right now, until I believe tomorrow, Bastian has them for 50% off.
Yes.
So half price for the Bastian Partisan. And if you use your Battle Box code, which I believe is BC20, you save another 20% on top of that. So you can pick up a Partisan carbon fiber and titanium knife for like $62, which is redonkulous.
Yes.
So, and I love this damn knife. This thing is fantastic. It's just, it weighs only 2 ounces and it opens like butter. And it feels, even though it's so light, it still feels like a solid knife, which is kind of a hard thing to do. Usually when you have knives that are super light like that, they usually feel plasticky or cheap. And this feels solid even though it hardly weighs anything. So that's pretty cool. So I like it. So if you guys are interested in it, you can save a lot of money by picking that up within the next, I think, 12 hours off BastianGear.com. So it's kind of cool. The full titanium one is 2.4 ounces. The G10 handle is 4.8 ounces. So they're all really, really light. I just happen to like the carbon fiber. The reason I got another one is because this one, let's see if you can see it. Yeah. Yeah, get in there. Yeah. See, this one is number, focus, 41 of 50. So I wanted to get another one so I'm not using my stinking limited edition one. You know, my first, because this is one of the first 50 made. So I don't want to use it if I don't have to. And I've been carrying it around all the time, so I bought another one. It's BastianGear.com. Bastian Blades. They're the same guys that made the Bastian Braza, which is my all-time favorite knife, which looks like this. Which is just a sick, not favorite knife, I should say, my favorite folder is the Bastian Braza. Yeah. So yeah. My favorite fixed blade knife is the one that John made me, to be honest.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I was just going to ask.
Yeah.
Favorite fixed blade knife.
Yeah. And then after that is a lot of different tops knives that are definitely my favorite. Production fixed blades are tops. But as far as a custom-made knife or a knife that I would carry in anything, I'd say the one that John made me for sure. And let's see if we can get him inundated with like 1,800 more sales and see what happens.
Like being inundated? I'll just deal with it.
These are U.S. knives, man. These are made in the U.S. These are made by Bastian. They're out of their main factory is in Oregon, but the company itself is out of Atlanta. So pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, when I look at all my knives and stuff, and I'm thinking, what am I going to carry today? And I'm thinking, man, these pants, I don't think I can carry my Braza today. And it upsets me because I love that knife so much. Because it is so nice, so smooth.
Yeah.
It is just incredible on it. I've only had to, I put it on the leather just a little bit every once in a while, and that thing still shaves hair off my arms.
No doubt, man.
Almost every night she's like, will you quit shaving hair off of your arms? It's all prickly all the time, you know. She calls up to me and she's like, God, your arms are so prickly. And I'm like, well, I'm testing knives, buddy.
The knife that we're talking about that John made me, I'll go grab it real quick. But John, you're going to be on your own, so you got to talk to these guys.
Okay. So I make knives, and most of them, a vast majority of them, I take a small block of steel and I throw it into a forge and I forge them close. So no two knives are ever the same because I get them close on my forge and then I take them to my grinders and start grinding, and I have a general shape that I go to for each blade design. And after that, then put it on the grinder and sharpen it depending on what type of bevel people want. If you want a Scandi grind or a convex grind, or yeah, convex. Concave. No, convex, because I really don't do convex. I think those are shitty. I don't like those grinds, so I don't do those much. A full hollow ground, I don't have the setup to do that.
I'm going to be able to take care of that for you, John. Did you see the 12-inch wheel I got?
Yeah, I saw that wheel. That was sweet.
Oh, man, 12-inch wheel. That thing is redonkulous. You know,
so much better than what, I mean, like Schrade and some of these other Chinese companies, their convex grind is like it's a half an inch.
Yeah, it's like off an 8-inch wheel.
Exactly.
And so
you need to do that over 3/4 of the blade to make it nice and strong.
Right. So think of the size wheel that they had to use to get that little bitty hollow grind. It had to be just a tiny wheel.
Like a 1-inch wheel or 1 1/4-inch wheel or something.
Right. Yeah. Just to explain it to you guys so you understand what we're talking about. China fails all day long. Yeah, you're right. But what we're talking about is when you make a hollow grind, so when you take a blade and you set it against a wheel, it hollows out the blade, right? So the larger the wheel, the less of the hollow grind you're getting out of the knife. The more material it leaves as you're getting it. So if you have a large knife and you use a small wheel, like an 8-inch or smaller wheel, the hollow grind is so thin that it's thick super thick at the top and just so thin at the bottom that it's like a razor knife and it's just way too shallow to break the knife. But if you have a large wheel, like a 10-inch wheel, mine happens to be 12, which is the biggest I've ever seen, I think, 12 or 14. Yeah. But if you use a 10-plus wheel, the grind is just hollow enough that the blade stays extremely strong. So that's why I got the 12-inch wheel, so I can, not only that, but...
It's weak. And not to go off of our site, but Chris Tanner, Prepared Mind 101, he designed a knife called the Jessica Axe. He sold it to Trade.
Right.
Nice. They made it out of 1070 steel. They did a convex grind on it. Well, he just got 2 cases of them sent from China, and they were all convex ground. Busted every single one of them that he tested.
Wow.
He got pissed and told them,
wow,
all this crap. So if anyone follows Prepared Mind 101, you can see all his stuff on there.
Yeah.
He destroyed his knife he designed.
Wow. Yeah, I got to meet Chris at Blade Show.
Oh, did you? Awesome.
Yeah. Pretty cool guy. Nice enough fella.
We kept saying wow.
Wow. So, yeah, so that was, I met a lot of those guys, like the guy that does Everyday Tactical Vids, and the guy that does Always Prepared, and all those guys. I got to meet all those guys at Blade Show. It was pretty cool. Oh, Black Scout Survival, Jack. Super cool guy. Really, really cool guy. So, no, I met a lot of those guys at Blade Show, and they're all decent people, man. No, the what I use on the Trailhawks typically is a it's a 1-inch by 8-inch. Sorry, a 1-inch by 10-inch belt, and then I finish them off with the work sharp and do the edges on the work sharp. Monkey's beating the hell out of you, buddy. Chris, did you get your mic working, dude? No, still can't hear him. That's all right. Here, I'll pull up. Chris is just suffering over there. I think he dropped out and he's coming back. So the knife that we were talking about. Yeah. Oh, I have those.
Is he scared of the dark?
Can you hear me now?
Now I hear you, buddy. Yeah.
Back.
Yeah, right on. But I have the I have that edge for those axes down pat. I've been doing those axes for almost 28 years now, so I know what I'm doing when it comes to those axes and the edges of those axes. In fact, I make them for the professional throwers all over the country. So I know what I'm doing with those. So when I'm making your axe, you're getting a competition level axe, for throwing. But you can also use it for a million more things. You can feather stick with them, you can do whatever. But the knife that John made me, so this is the Kydex sheath. He put my Fox logo in the Kydex, which is really cool. But it's got a really cool grind on it. There's the grind. And then he makes his own. Here you can see his maker's mark, the BBB. I don't know if you'll be able to catch that or not, but his maker's mark is right there. But then he makes his own paper. These are paper micarta, John?
Yes, those are paper.
So he makes his own paper micarta handles, and then he does his own grind to them to give it like this. What do you call it, a Marsac grind or a Marsac grind?
Yeah.
But it has this really cool grind to it that he does. But anyways, yeah, so this is just a meaty, mean, hardcore knife, man. And it is really cool. Really, really cool.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yep, so he did a great job. Fits nice in the sheath. You know, you put a leather strap on the back for your belt. But yeah, this is one of the knives he made me. So if you're looking for knives from John, and I'm sure he can speak to this, but he has a Facebook page. Is it BBB Customs?
Yes, BBB Customs, beer, bourbon, and bushcraft customs.
I think he's had a little bit of bourbon tonight.
I think so.
It's been a long day.
I bet it has. So BBB Customs on Facebook. And he has a couple of knives. In fact, you actually are offering this model now, correct?
Yes, that one's available on there, and it is also, that is on the BattleBox forums. If you guess the MSRP to the penny, you get one of those knives.
They're not doing MSRP this month.
Great.
They're not doing MSRP this month. They're doing the build a box this month.
Yeah. Well, that's because the MSRP came out like a day after they
started. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but in the contest, if you can guess the MSRP to the penny, you will win one of my custom knives exactly like that one that Sly Fox has.
Yeah, it's a badass knife, guys. It's badass. It's solid.
And
You can tell it's handmade.
Because I want to design a knife for you.
Nice.
Out west with Chris.
Okay, well, let's talk about it, man. What are you thinking? What's going on?
Like a fishing knife?
Well, you're a fisherman, but you're also a camper.
Right.
So, I mean, fillet knives are very, very difficult to make because of the flexibility you've got to have. So, would you rather have like a fillet type knife, or would you rather have like a camp type knife that you can not fillet with, but cut off heads, tails, process wood with? Maybe a 10 to 12 inch long camp type knife that you can baton, start fires, and everything. It's going to be the Out West with Chris knife.
Yeah, dude, that'd be freaking awesome, man. Like, that'd be awesome. Yeah, like something multi-purpose. You know what I mean? That you can just beat the crap out of. You could, if you had to, in a pinch, you could gut a fish.
Right.
But when I'm out camping and fishing and stuff, I don't fillet fish. I gut them, cut the head off, cut the tail off, put them in tin foil. Put them on fire.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. And then maybe baton some wood with it, and then cut off some other camp crap.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
all right.
exactly. That'd be pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Chris Campbell. All right. We'll get to work on it, and it'll.
But you can't make that yet, John, because you still have a project for me, buddy. You still got to make me a leather holster for my 1911.
Yes, it is coming.
Lies.
Bourbon's empty, Charlie. You're fucking light, man.
It's all good. So let's see. What's the turnaround time on one of those knives, John?
Right now, about 3.5 weeks.
Okay. Yeah, that's typically where I'm at, right around 4 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, 3.5 to 4 weeks.
Okay.
And from start to ship.
There you go.
And at certain times, it can get less, but right now, because of workload I've got, it's right about 3.5, 4 weeks.
Sure. No, definitely. I totally get it. Totally get it. And then I'm going to start making my own kind of crazy knives, but mine are going to be one-offs. John is more of he can make one, and then he can make another one, and another one, and another one, very similar to the first one that he made. My knives are all going to be one-offs. So it's just, I'm going to make one, and then I'm going to make another one, and another one, and then that's it. The only thing that I make that's even remotely the same are my axes.
You know what? Speaking of, and I hate to interrupt, but
no, you're fine.
The 2 axes that you made for the Out West with Chris channel, so stoked because we're getting close to hitting that subscriber goal to do the giveaway. And I just think it's so cool that I have one, you know what I mean? And then somebody else is going to have one. And hopefully it's one of my subs that's really active and not just some lame douchebag.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I totally hear you.
Austin says, awesome.
Yeah,
exactly. But anyways, those two, you can see subtle differences in them, but like with the artwork, your wife did so good at the detail stuff. Like,
I was impressed, man. So the two that she's done recently that have really impressed me are the two that she did for your channel, because, dude, that even the walking stick that the guy has is like hair thin. You know, and the little camper guy that actually looks like a little camper guy, but he's no bigger than an ink blot, you know? So how she pulled that off with paint, I have no idea. And then she did the Curran axe, you know, with the Curran's logo on it. And the writing in that thing is like this big. And how she made the words legible at this big, I have no idea. But she got it, and it looks fantastic. So
yeah, it's cool because you know, like the axes are kind of, you know, current. They talked about it on the Man Stuff podcast.
Yeah,
they showed it.
Yeah,
that was really cool.
Yeah, that was very cool. I was pretty happy about it. Of course, it happened to be the one podcast that their shit was going down the entire time. It was like, it was bad, man. It was just, they had such, their internet was just dying. But it turned out okay once you watched it back. It wasn't as bad.
Right.
So. But while it was live, it was very difficult to watch because it was just so cut up in and out. But now I say that because we haven't had any issues the last two shows, so we'll see. Knock on something, right?
We're doing really good.
Yeah, we are doing really good, so I can't complain. See you later, Zach. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Charlie, you better start drinking a lot faster, man, because you're never going to catch up to us if you don't.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. He ain't gonna catch up. I mean, it's just not gonna happen.
Right? But anyway, so that's a lot of fun. I'm still waiting on one more piece to finish my new grinder, and then I'll start making that. I just ordered all my steel. I ordered all my handle material. I ordered all that, and then Vixen is going out to buy a bunch of that paper so she can start trying that paper micarta out. I got I ordered some G10, some black G10 and some red liners that I wanted to play with. So I'm going to make a couple of those, but Vixen really wants to do those, that paper micarta, so she followed your lead on that stuff, and she's going to go try it and see what happens, so we'll see how that works out.
Any questions, have her give me a call.
No problem. We'll do.
Whatever information I can.
No, I appreciate it. I'll have to send her up for some coaching. But no, it's all good, man. But it should be fun. So I ordered a bunch of 1075. I ordered 4 plates of 1075. I should be able to make a dozen or so knives out of that. And then, because they're big, I mean, they're, you know, like 42 by 4 inch slabs. And I ordered 4 of them because I got them on sale if I ordered more than 3. So I ordered 4. And then G10, and I got some silver nickel pins that I'm going to play with. Yeah, so that should be kind of cool.
So is that for the Skinner, or are you?
No, this is totally different. Totally different. These are just going to be kind of, every one is going to be kind of its own original design. And it's all of it's going to be out of 1/4 inch steel. So they're just going to be thick, gnarly, freaking knives. And they're all going to be one-offs. So nothing that will be made twice. It'll all just be a one-time knife project for each one. So
I am heading up to Washington this weekend. I'll be up there Friday till Wednesday. And I'm hooking up with Critical Customs.
Sweet.
My brother-in-law. And I am taking the Abuse Me axe.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That should be great, man.
I'm thinking it's going to get the shit kicked out of it.
Good. I hope so. I have a spare handle sitting here for you if you break it.
Yeah, nice. So yeah, hopefully we'll have some video from that, and we're gonna do some throwing, gonna do some chopping, gonna do some just dropping it, off of cliffs, and just stuff like that. We'll see what happens.
Sure, no problem, man. That should be a blast. But no, those are all reheat treated. So they've all been reheat treated and normalized. So they're very hard. So I heat treat the blade and I reheat treat the hammer side, and then they get renormalized in the oven. So they should be plenty hard, So you shouldn't have too many issues. Of course, if you hit a rock with the blade, you're going to chip it.
Yeah,
but there's nothing I can do about that. But I can fix it. But I just, there's nothing I can do about that.
Right.
That's like when people are throwing my axes at pallets, and then they call me up and say, I busted up my edge of my axe. And I'm like, what were you throwing at it? Oh, pallets. I'm like, you realize there's nails in pallets, right? So anytime you hit a nail head, you're gonna chip it. That's just how it is. Please post John's Facebook page. John, can you actually? I think it's probably better if Chris does that, because Chris is a little bit more probably tech savvy on that. Can you?
I can post a link to it.
Yeah.
Here's the link, Mark. Oops. Remove any web addresses and try.
Oh, I gotta do it, or I gotta allow somebody to do it. Do you know what it is? What is it? I'll put it in.
It's a long.
All right, so just go on Facebook and look up BBB Customs.
Yeah. Or Beer Bourbon Bushcraft. They'll find it that way too, right?
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. And then you'll get to it.
Ron Shandor, and find me and send me a PM, and we can talk. 'Cause I only have a few things listed on there, because most of the stuff I like to do is custom. So I really like to talk to people and say, what do you want?
Right.
And then we'll sit down and talk about exactly what they want in either a blade, a sheath, a holster, and design it from there. So having this like clamshell box that you open up to have a sheath or a holster doesn't work for me. I would rather build something that someone's going to need.
Right.
I get it. Like so many flashlights you can't even imagine. A lot.
That's the link right there, Mark. You just have to put, like a HTTP or www.facebook.com/BBBcustoms1/ That's how you do it.
Right. So that's definitely it. So yeah.
Hey, I want to let me post. Do you have to have permissions? Is it like?
Yeah, I gotta add your email address to the permissions. I haven't done that yet.
Okay.
Yep. My bad, yo.
No worries.
I'm just sitting here, just being here, because all that's way beyond me. I'm still learning how to edit videos, so.
That's all good, man.
I'm growing, but I'll be there soon.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. Where are you at now with subscribers?
287.
287? Oh, you're getting there, man. You're definitely moving up.
Man, that surprises me with some of the folks that have, the same amount as me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, there's so many people out there that have cool channels that I don't think get enough recognition, and then you get people. Gosh, man, I want to say the name of this one channel that has like 116,000 subscribers, and the guy's a total jack off, but I don't want to start a bunch of shit.
Right? Yeah. I tell you what, Blade Show is what really got my page going. Was my Blade Show videos. So it just totally boosted me, man. I think I'm at like 3,800 now.
Oh, wow.
You like zoomed right past me.
Yeah, I didn't do it on purpose, brother.
No, it's cool. I'm all for it.
Yeah. But it was all Blade Show, man.
and I can ride your coattails.
Yeah, right. Good luck. You'll end up passing me again. Trust me. So it's all good. But no, it's been it's been a trip. But no, it's been pretty cool. I'm actually going to be working with Mike on some future projects, which should be kind of cool. Mike from Bastian.
Dude, you don't even know how many fucking subscribers you have. You have 4,330.
No way!
Yes.
Jesus.
Wow.
Awesome.
Wow.
I think I looked at it yesterday, and it was like 3,800 or something like that.
That's what I thought, 3,800. And then I posted a bunch of stuff on Instagram, and a bunch of people got a hold of me, but I didn't realize that they were on there checking that out. I know a lot of people went to check out my Bastian video today because of me posting all around Instagram and stuff, but I totally didn't expect that at all. Wow, that's pretty good. That's funny, man, because I was going to do a 4,000 subscriber giveaway when I was at 3,800, and then I freaking passed it. So
gotta get on that shit.
I guess it's going to be a 5,000 subscriber giveaway.
Yeah.
Damn. Wow. Well,
Congratulations.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
You are welcome.
Wow. Yeah, and I've been pretty frequent with my videos, too, over the last month. I've just been putting a lot of stuff up, more than I normally do. And most of the stuff I'm putting up has been Blade Show stuff for the most part. I think I did a battle box in between there, and I did a shooter salute in between there. Which is good. Which is really good. Dude, I must have sold at least 16 of those these knives for Bastian today, because people kept asking me what I really thought of it, and so I kept sending them to my video. So I'm like, well, I don't want you to take my word for it now, but look at my video that I posted a couple weeks ago and see what you think, And because the sale wasn't going on, so there wasn't really anything to really go with, right? And they just started watching the shit out of it, and apparently they subscribed because they liked what they saw, which is good.
That's awesome.
So I'm not complaining, but it's all. I just try to keep it as real as possible, just like Chris does. He doesn't try to be somebody he's not, which is good.
Exactly.
That doesn't get you anywhere.
No. People eventually will find out that you're just being fake.
I found Chris's videos because I grew up hunting and my family never fished.
Mm-hmm.
I fished a few times when I was a kid, and I wanted to learn how to fish, so I started Googling fishing videos on YouTube, and that's how I found Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously?
Yeah. I swear to God, Chris, I have maybe caught 5 fish my entire life. Now, hunting, you put me out in the woods, I'll go kill whatever you want with whatever you want. But fishing part, we just didn't have lakes around us or anywhere. One of the high points of my life, I remember I was like 7 years old. We could go and fish.
Right.
So when I did have a chance, my dad and my uncle were working on a construction site, and there was a pond behind us, and there were sunfish that were nesting near the shore, and I put a worm on a hook on a cane pole and just threw it in the water, and the females caught it as they were nesting, and I was so excited because I caught these big ass sunfish.
Yeah.
It's like, throw them back in because they're trying to nest. They're going to make baby fish.
Wow.
Keep the fish.
Right.
My dad and my uncle would go every year up to Canada. They go northern pike fishing and stuff like that, but I never got to go. So I never really experienced the whole fishing thing. And my kids have asked me, can we go fishing? And I'm like, well, I don't know how to fish. So I'm like, let me go on YouTube, because that's how I find out about most everything. And your channel popped up, and I subscribed to you, and I started watching your videos. And I'm like, wow, this dude really knows how to fish. And I just kept watching, and then one thing turned to another, and we're sitting here tonight.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty cool stuff, right?
Yeah, that is cool. I'm gonna actually start doing some more instructional style fishing videos.
I wish you would.
Yeah, it's gonna be they're going to be kind of slow coming out. I guess the style of fishing video that I do right now is more of a vlog style, you know, where I just kind of chat with people about what the fuck's going on while I'm fishing, and you know, try to impart a little bit of maybe knowledge while making it entertaining.
You know, yeah. Honestly, those are my favorite videos.
Really?
Yeah, are when either I or I'm watching somebody show me how to do a skill that I just don't know, or that I'm just not good at. You know what I mean? I like to make those videos myself, like, hey, this is how I put a grind on, or this is how I do that. Actually, I really wish John did more of those, to be honest, did more of those with knives. You know, showing how he grinds his handles and shapes them, and how he does all that stuff. I wish he would do more of those, because, John, I think that that's your forte, man. I think that that'll really boost your subscribers and ratings, man, if you do a lot more of those. But
we'll definitely do more of those then.
Yeah, I definitely would, because they're awesome. And as far as Chris goes, man, you know, everything, like, I would start like as simple as possible. Like, this is how you tie on your hook. You know, this is how you pass your hook through this type of lure. You know, that kind of shit, because there's a lot of people out there that are looking. I know what you're thinking, but there's a lot of people out there that are watching them that have never been into fishing, that don't even know. And they like watching your videos, but they're like, man, I've never tied a hook on before. I've never done this. Nobody showed them how to loop. Nobody showed them how to do that stuff. You know? And so I think it'd be beneficial, man. I really do. Like, start with a 101 and then move on from there to more important stuff.
Right, I gotcha. Yeah, I think I'll start doing more of that.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, you have like, I mean, there's so many different ways to fish, like how you pull, how you drag, how you do all that stuff. And I watch you doing it, and I can tell that you're doing different things. But to explain what exactly you're doing would be something that maybe people don't understand. You know what I mean? Like why you're letting it out, or how you're drawing. You know what I mean?
Right, and there's so much terminology. Like if I said I've been catching a lot of fish, dead stick lately, would that go right over your head?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Okay, so dead stick means, you know, where you throw your lure and you just put your fishing pole down.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Your stick is dead.
Right.
You're not manipulating anything.
Right.
Your lure is just basically floating down.
Why not?
Yeah. Okay. So then, you know, there's just so many different ways to do it. It's so much terminology. And part of the reason why I haven't done a lot of like teaching style videos is I'm still learning so much. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like with the bass fishing, I didn't really start seriously bass fishing until last spring. So I've been doing it for about 14 months. You know what I mean? Before that, I was primarily a trout fisherman.
Right.
So, I don't know. But I want to start doing more of it. So.
How you doing, Marty? I see Marty just joined us, so I'm glad you're here, buddy. But yeah, no, but any of that terminology and stuff like that, I mean, you're a thesaurus of that stuff. I think it would just really, really help people. Now, somebody else is saying I have an echo after other people said that my echo went away. So that's kind of strange.
I think the echo is honestly due to my
settings. It's all right, man. It's no big deal.
But when I unhook it, you can't hear me. Darren, we are a low production value production.
The fact that you can see us is a benefit, right? I'll see if I can do some closed captioning later on, and you can kind of read underneath and just turn the volume
on. I can't see any of the chat. When Gray Fox talks, I see the red Gray Fox signal.
Well, the chat is actually in the is on the actual stream. Yeah.
Yeah, I live way out in the country, and if I hooked my phone up and got on there, then my video would lag on my computer.
Oh. I can make that bigger. Wow, yeah, I don't know. That's weird. Weird stuff. They're saying there's a big echo, but only for me, which is kind of random. I don't know why.
I think it's because it's coming out of my speakers and picking up on my mic.
It's all right, man. Dude, I feel like I should be on LSD. Well, maybe you should be on LSD. That's possible.
Well, somebody needs to answer the damn phone.
No doubt. It's not me. Let's see.
Phone ringing.
Is it?
Yeah, if I don't know who you are, I don't answer.
No, I gotcha.
I'm kind of like that.
Especially my house phone. It's like, yeah, no, I'm not going to answer you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, be quiet. We can hear the.
It's a robot.
Right. Yeah, I wonder if it's my camera mic. Let me check those settings.
I don't know. Who thinks I should shave my beard?
I don't.
No?
No.
I almost did it.
Really?
It was 110 degrees out here. And yeah, I just almost pulled the trigger and shaved it.
Huh. Are you just going to trim it down, or are you going to cut it completely?
I don't know. I definitely am going to trim it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I should shave it with the Sly Fox Skinner. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know.
I know what it was. I bet you the echo's gone now.
Is the echo gone? Can somebody confirm or deny? Negative.
All right, hang on.
Negative, Ghost Rider.
All right, how about now? Did that take care of it, fellas? Did that get rid of the system sound? Booyah! Just like that. Awesome.
Perfect.
Awesome. See, I just did an update for my for what creates this screen that we're on right now. They did an upgrade, and one of the settings you have to mute, otherwise you get an echo from it. And I've had it muted forever, but because I didn't update, it unmuted that part of it. So, damn you, program, damn you. It's all right. At least we got it now. So that's
yes,
good.
we got it.
But yeah, so yeah, it's been interesting. So I started my new position at work. Oh, speaking of which, John, how did that interview go, brother?
It went really well, but I haven't heard back from him yet. And
so how well was it?
it went well.
Yeah.
He looked at me and told me there's only one person that can fill this position there, and it's you. But I haven't heard back yet. And it's driving me crazy because they want to open an office about 20 miles from my house.
Oh, my gosh.
And he's been sending me a bunch of emails that are like semi-cryptic, like, how long would it take you to drive to our office here and this and that? And it's like, dude, come on.
Right.
So it's been a week today, so
that's not too long though, really.
You know, not for this type of job.
Right. Exactly.
My wife's she's freaking out. She's like a high stress person, so she's kind of tripping out. So
what'd you say, Chris?
I thought you already found something new, buddy.
He did, but he's trying to get something even better.
Yes, even better.
There you go. That's awesome.
And hopefully that the current company doesn't watch Outfoxed with Bourbon. We should be okay.
Whatever. Now I get to wear a full hazmat suit with an SCBA and go into tanks and fix stuff. And the job I'm trying to get is I train the people to wear that gear. So
That's
I don't
what I'm talking about.
do that type of stuff anymore. Because I'm fully qualified to go into that type of situation, but I kind of want to just teach you how to go and do it because you're young and you can bend and I can't. So y'all can go in and do that, and I'm not going to anymore. So.
Right. Yeah. I like I said, I quit doing that shit a while ago. That's why I grew my beard so I wouldn't have to. It made more sense for me.
Yeah.
But I'm not hip to that shit.
I wish I could. I got to. Well, I'm on the fire department, so I got to.
Oh yeah, you don't have a choice. Yeah,
I'm the only hazmat guy in the entire county, so if something happens, I still have to suit up and go into it. We only have 2 train tracks, but we still have some trucks and stuff that come through. So if something does spill, then I'm the only one that can respond to it. So I've got to stay clean shaven so I can go, and if something does happen, which God, please don't let it happen, but if it does, then I can go take care of it and keep people safe.
Right.
So you only have 2 train tracks in your whole fucking county?
Yeah.
Whoa.
We have 2 that go and then they cross down. So I live way out, which is really nice.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Scott. I sound clean, clear, and zestfully clean. So that's good. That's good. That's not so bad. And everybody's saying pretty much negative on the beard there, buddy. So it's totally up to you, though, man. You do what you got to do. Maybe you can just trim it down a little bit.
Yeah, I did. I actually cut like 2 inches off of it. I don't know if you remember, like a month and a half ago.
Yeah, it was getting pretty big.
Yeah, it was getting big.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe another inch or so would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can shape it, man. You could shape it like one of them Spartan warriors, man. You'd be like, "This is Sparta," you know.
You know, like the Vikings and stuff. You know?
There you go. Yeah.
Put some little Thor's hammers on there and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, the reason why I didn't is somebody would think I was a hipster, and they'd be like,
"Oh, where's your top knot, dude?"
I'd have to fucking knock them out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Violence is not.
Yeah, it's not the answer, buddy.
Do that. Wear a romper, and then put your hair in a man bun.
Yeah, there you go. You're all set.
You're a fidget spinner, and you're all set.
Get a Oh yeah. Yeah.
Some 20-year-old chick who's
a few
crap.
Around.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Exactly. That'd be perfect. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So a little shout out to Southern Gunner. I watched your show with Southern Gunner. That went really well. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I did get see if I got one. Yeah. I got these from him as well. So I know you got some of these, but I got some of these too. So, and these smell freaking awesome.
They are. I've got one in the truck right now.
Yeah.
Those arrow tags.
Yeah. Sandalwood, I think they are. Yeah. But those are nice. He's a cool dude. He has a really cool Instagram channel.
Yeah.
Matt Graham from Dual Survival.
I have heard that a few different times. Yeah. I don't watch television pretty much at all. So I don't see a lot of that type of stuff. I do have Netflix, and occasionally I will watch a show, but I spend so much time in front of my computer editing and also watching YouTube channels that I'm fans of and friends with, like your guys' stuff, that I just don't have time for television. So I don't see that. But I've heard that a few times.
Yeah, I got to meet a lot of those guys from Dual Survival, and it was really cool. I got to meet Dave Canterbury. That was pretty cool. That was he's just a super nice guy. And what is it? Is it EJ Snyder?
EJ Snyder from Naked and Afraid.
Yeah, I met him.
I met him.
He's a big dude, man. Big dude.
At a prepper conference here in Louisville when I met EJ.
Yeah, nice guy. And then I met a whole bunch of people from Naked and Afraid, a bunch of the girls from Naked and Afraid.
So is that how they turn that whole thing into a career? Like after they go on one of those shows, they
were all together, and then there's this other dude. They call him the Black Macgyver. I don't know if you've ever heard of him or not, but I guess he was on that show as well. But he's got all sorts of YouTube stuff going on and whatnot. But they were all together, so they all must be doing different production stuff and whatnot. So apparently there's something going on with them because they're turning it into something.
Huh.
You know.
I just Googled who Amanda Kay was, and
I met Amanda Kay. Amanda Kay, she was actually on there twice. We actually had a discussion about that. Yeah.
About her being not bad looking or what?
No, she's a good looking girl. Don't get me wrong. She's a good looking girl. Oh, it's Scott. Scott was with us. Scott met her too. Yeah. So yeah, Amanda Kay. Yep, good looking girl. She's done some naked posing stuff. You can find her naked.
Well, let me get on the Googles. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right.
So the one thing I have
seen
Scott of Alone, and I think that looks really cool. I liked how they did it. I saw what was it? Who's that one dude? Joe Robinoff?
Robineski? Joe Robineski from season 1 of Alone?
Okay, yeah. And I saw where he and I am not saying I am a bushcraft person, and I'm not saying that he would never, that I would outlast him, but I saw the one where he like bowed out, you know what I mean? Because he lost his fire starter, his fire starter, whatever. And I was like, fucking pussy, you know what I mean? Like, just try to last at least another day, like, come on, man.
For sure.
Well, he is huge on YouTube. He's got 500,000 subscribers.
Oh, totally huge on YouTube. And I like some of his videos, you know what I mean?
But I'm with you. I was like, really, dude? You can't start a bow drill fire?
Right.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking too.
A friction fire or anything else? I mean,
and the fact that he didn't have any redundancy in his fire, and I don't know the rules on what you can take and what you can't take, because I don't really pay attention enough. But
do you guys watch Joe Robinet? His videos?
That's the guy I'm talking about.
Oh, that is Joe. He lost his freaking ferro rod.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. That's what you're talking about. Okay, yeah. So, did you watch the video he did after that on his YouTube channel where he was talking about it? He was just like so destroyed and embarrassed by losing it because normally, even on the videos I've seen before, he ties it to his belt, and for some reason he used like his paracord for something else, and so he didn't tie it back to his belt. So then when he lost it, he was like, "Oh shit." But clearly
show like if that's all you're used to and it becomes almost like a crutch.
Exactly.
So for some reason that technique fails and you don't have a backup, you know what I mean? Like you're screwed.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not saying that I could outlast that guy ever, you know what I mean? But it just kind of was like, are you kidding me?
I've watched his videos for a long time, for years, right? So in him being picked to go there, I was like, wow, he's so used to being out camping all the time and doing all this bushcrafty stuff that he's going to kick ass.
Yeah.
And then I was like, womp, womp, womp. I was like,
oh, damn. He was my favorite pick for that season, and I was like, really?
Yeah.
You're done already? Okay.
Yep. That sucks, man. That sucks. But I like his videos. I like his videos with his dog and with his daughter and stuff like that. Those are cool videos, man. He does a really good job. What trips me out about his videos is he does so many like walk-bys, right? Where he'll set up the camera and he'll walk by it and you'll see like him in the background as he's walked away, right? Well, what you don't realize is that he's got to go back and get that goddamn camera.
Right.
So everything he does that he shows himself film, like climbing a hill or anything like that he films from the bottom, he's got to do it twice.
Right.
Right? Because he's got to go back and get that camera and go back up that hill again. There's no way he's leaving that camera there. So to me, I mean, it's a cool production thing, but it's a production thing, Yeah. And that's not my speed, man.
I think we might have talked about this before, but has anybody ever seen There's a channel. It used to be called God's One Marine, or now it's called Day Unto Day. And this kid doesn't post that many videos, but the videos he posts are just gorgeous, and they're really cool stuff. And I don't know if he's posted anything in the last year, but I mean, 1 year ago was his most recent video. But the dude has some great stuff. He's got 100,000 subscribers.
Wow.
And is totally like, we'll go a year without posting, and then we'll post 3 videos.
Wow.
So weird.
Wow.
But you guys should take a look at some of his stuff.
Yeah, well.
He was out bushcrafting when he was like, 13, 14 years old.
Right. Yeah. Well, I was too, but we called it farming.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, in reality, I've been blacksmithing since I was, 8? Because of doing horseshoes and, farrier work and making knives out of railroad strikes, making pliers, making scissors, making, all that stuff. Because, dude, you couldn't, if you needed a tool like a wrench, you needed that wrench now because the tractor was broken, and the only way you were going to fix it is if you had a wrench. Well, you're in the barn lighting up the coal and cranking that fire up, and you're throwing a hunk of cart steel, rounded steel that it's basically spring steel. You're throwing a chunk of spring steel in the fire. You're straightening it out, and you're like cutting out a square like a box wrench.
Yeah, forming it over the nut.
Yeah, and folding it over the nut, making a box wrench that you fold it over the nut, and then you're hardening it, and then that's your wrench. That's what you got. If you needed scissors for something or whatever, that's what you had. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. Yeah, pretty neat. Yep. What's up, Will? How you doing, buddy?
See, I've never heard of what coal cave-in bushcraft. I've never heard of that.
Me neither.
There's so many people that I have
channel for a while. He does some good stuff, but so much of the bushcraft stuff now, guys going out and they're taking this knife or that knife, and they're cutting feather sticks and batoning, inch thick logs and stuff. It's gotten somewhat redundant.
Yep, for sure.
To where it's like
right here.
Hotel Tango. That's good stuff, man.
Yeah, it is good stuff. Aged 7 years and 2 months.
Yeah, it's hard to find around here, actually.
Right, and that's one that somebody from the BattleBox forum sent in the
trade.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
From Zach.
Very cool.
So, or Demon Z.
All right. Speaking of which, I got to step out for a minute because I need another beer. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. So, John.
Yes, sir.
Let's chat about that knife.
Okay.
What kind of handle?
What would you like? Do you want wood? Do you want micarta? Would you like something that's non-slip and hard? Or would you like something that has a little bit of give? Maybe some wood?
I think wood would be awesome, actually.
Wood? Okay. Well, I actually have some 70-year-old West Virginia old growth walnut.
Damn. Okay.
Okay. I'll make your handle out of my walnut. No problem there. You want...
All right, I'm
so
back.
you want a utility knife that can take care of everything? Would you like a single grind on it, or would you like multiple grinds on the blade? So it's like the front end is for chopping and wood processing, and then closer to the handle is more feather sticking, carving.
Dual grind?
Yeah, a dual grind. Kind of, hang on.
Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah, those are actually really cool, and they have really cool lines to them when you do it right.
Yeah. So here's an example of a dual grind. Here's one edge, and then a secondary edge.
Yep.
This you can get up close, and you can also use it to pull like a draw knife, and use it more as a wood crafting or bushcrafting type blade, and then the thicker portion of it you can baton, chop, skin, do whatever you need to. So I've really been working on perfecting my dual grind on the blade. So if you want that, and then what kind of blade style do you like? Bowie knives, kukris.
What's that again? Say that again.
What type of blade design do you like? Do you like buoys, kukris, a straight drop point?
I like drop points, but one of my favorite large knives was actually, like, the design of it was the Saberback Bowie from Outdoor Edge Products.
Oh, yeah, that's a great knife.
Oh yeah, it's amazing actually. You know, sans the
Saberback.
Saw blade.
Yeah, the saw blade, yeah.
You know, so that you can baton with it. But you can baton with that as well. It's a little bit thin.
Yeah, I was gonna say the only thing I wish that knife had was I wish they left it a little thicker in the belly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a little bit thin, but it's kind of nice that it's thin because it doesn't weigh much. Like if you compare it to, again, I'll bring up the SOF chopper, which I've talked about before, and the fact that I'm not a huge fan of it. I really don't like that knife. Although
I love mine.
Nice thick spine on it that you can baton with.
Right.
I think if there's anything that knife is good at, it's batoning.
Once you change the profile of the blade, which out of the box, I'll agree with you. Out of the box, that knife is horrible. It has a horrible edge. It needs to be reprofiled. But once you reprofile that edge and take it back about a 1/4 inch and give it a nice convex edge,
yes,
it chops like a son of a bitch. It is like the best chopper I've ever had.
It's twice as heavy, and I know you like some weight behind a chopper is ideal. I get that, but it's twice as heavy as, if not more than that, than the Saberback Bowie, and like 8 times as much in cost. You know what I mean?
So not for us though, because we got it through BattleBox. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, I totally get it, and for sure. The Saberback Bowie, don't get me wrong, it's a nice knife, and one of the reasons I like it is because it's a wholesome design. Wholesome makes some really awesome knives,
right?
And I like his almost Spartan style designs that he makes on anything from a folder to a big Saberback Bowie.
Right.
But like I said, my only issue with it is if they would have left it just slightly thicker in the belly. It wouldn't have added a whole lot of weight, but it would have moved the weight forward.
Right.
And if they would have moved the weight slightly forward by leaving a little thicker in the belly, it would have chopped even better, like 10 times better. And not only that, but it would have given you something at the spine to actually use for nailing with a log. Because right now, the way it is, if you hit it with a log, you're cutting into the log that you're hitting it with, because it's just too thin of a spine. You need a little bit thicker spine to really be able to do that.
I'll tell you what else also works on knives like that. Wilson wrap on the handle.
Yeah.
It's like $3 at Walmart.
Yep.
Tennis racket wrap.
Yep. Oh, for sure. It's almost like a sticky leather.
Yes.
It's really good.
So much.
Yeah.
Okay, so here I went and got it, just because I had it handy.
Yeah.
So you're saying if it was deeper here?
No, if you move your finger to the belly, where the belly is, put your finger on the bottom. Keep going to the right. No other way. I'm sorry.
Right here.
Right there. Right at the lowest point.
Right here.
Yes, correct.
So if you were saying if it came down like that.
No, if they left it thicker.
Thicker. The blade material was thicker.
Yeah, if they made it thicker in that area specifically, instead of taking the grind down as far as they did.
Yeah.
See how they took the grind all the way across?
Yeah.
If they would have left the grind off in that section and just made a convex edge there at that edge, right at the bottom there, that would have made the blade heavier just at that portion. and that would have made it chopped like a son of a bitch. And they could have left it thicker there at the spine, and that would have given you a position to nail it with a stick.
Right. And what they did is up here they did that kind of, what would you call it, a pre-grind where they don't sharpen that?
Exactly, which is why I'm saying they shouldn't have done that.
No.
Right.
It's pointless.
It is pointless. You're
it's not going to cut any weight. It's not going to do anything. It's for aesthetics, and that's
right. And so now when you try to hit it, you're just going to cut into the log that you're hitting it with.
Right. And I do agree. If they had left that up on top thick, as thick as this portion of the spine right here,
right, you'd have had something.
Yeah, you would have totally had a hitting surface.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But overall, like, this is still one of my favorite.
Oh, it's a great knife at a great price. Really.
Yeah.
You know, it really is. If it came down to it, if I had the money to buy either the Saberback Bowie or the Sniper Blade Works chopper, but I had to use them as is, then absolutely I'd take the Saberback Bowie because I had to use it as is, right? But if I can put my grind on the Sniper Blade Works, I'll take the Sniper Blade Works.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, because after I put my grind on it, I mean, seriously, I can take a freaking tree down in a heartbeat with that thing.
Yeah.
You know, because it's just got the weight. It's almost like chopping with an axe. You know.
I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab a picture to show Chris.
Okay.
So, does this knife look familiar? I think I'm hiding the logo well enough. Everybody see this?
Yeah, it does look familiar. Remotely familiar, yeah.
You got it.
Okay.
Let me see if I can put it in a background that's not against my shirt.
Okay. Is that the one with the back that pops out, the dual one? That one cut the piss out of me when I was at your house.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That is a nasty little talon right there.
It is, man. I don't know what it's for other than cutting the shit out of me when I went to close it.
Yeah, and it's a pain.
It's like a needle.
Close too. I'm not a huge fan of this knife,
Uh-huh.
and I know why I'm bringing it up is I've been thinking about giving this away, as part of the giveaway because I don't carry this knife.
It's what, a 511?
It is. It's the 511.
Dual duty or something
I forgot what it was called.
Not the dual karambit, is it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But then again, like, it's one of those knives that if you give to somebody that just doesn't really know much, or like they'll chop their fucking finger off, and then I feel bad. You know?
I feel better about trading it out.
Yeah, I should get on the forum and oh my gosh, I hate this.
I'm telling you, man, I've cut the shit out of myself doing that, remember?
Yeah, I hate the law.
I was in Chris's kitchen and I went to close that thing and sliced the shit out of my finger.
Is this the one you sliced your finger on?
It is. Yeah. Closing that freaking stupid needle thing. The needle popped right into my finger.
Oh my gosh. That
yeah.
thing is...
It sucks, man.
And it's an unnatural liner kind of.
Right. Yeah, it's weird.
You have to push in here and then
push down.
Yeah.
It's random, man.
And it's unpractical. Like it you sell it as it's kind of like they're selling it as a karambit, which is a self-defense knife, right? But for you to get that out and deploy the karambit portion, it's totally unpractical. You know?
Right. No, for sure. Hey, 2-0, did you see what I was talking about? Chris, did you buy one of these today?
No, I did not.
41 of 50. It's still available. And like I said, you can get one for $62.
Okay, I'm going right now. Browse?
No, Bastian Gear.
Bastian.
BastianGear.com.
Yeah, okay.
And so then if you look at the Partisans, they have three versions. They have a all titanium, which is 4.3 ounces, I believe. You have no, I'm sorry, 2.3 ounces or something like that, 2.4 maybe. And then you have a titanium and carbon fiber version, which is 2 ounces even, which is the lightest one, which is the one that I have. It's also the one I bought again today. And then they have a G10 version, which is 2.8 ounces.
Right.
But yeah, dude, it's a $155 knife that you can get for $62.
So
I know what you're thinking. How do I get it for $62? Because it says $70. So if you put it in your cart and then you use the code for BattleBox, which is, I think, help me out here, 20, is it BC20? Or, yep, BC20. That'll give you another 20% off on top of that.
Would you get the carbon fiber and titanium handle?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
That's only a 2 ounce one. That's one I have.
Okay. And
then you put in the code when you go to check out the code. Put in BC20, and that'll take another 20% off, making it only $62. And that is a sweet ass deal.
damn, that is.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess I need to do it. I'll do it when we finish.
Yep. I mean, look at this thing. Look at when I open that. Look at that.
Yeah.
How smooth that is. There's no prong. There's no nothing. It's merely me flicking the thumb stud. Boom. And that's the carbon fiber. And then on the back, it's the titanium.
Huh.
This is a limited edition one. This is one of the first 50 they made.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this is number 41 of 50. But that's why I ordered another one today, because that way I can.
You're gonna give it to me?
That way I can put this one back in the box and put it in the safe and let it be a safe queen.
Yeah, I've got a couple of those.
Yep. And then we'll see what I end up getting from. That's the same thing with the Browse Mini Comet. Are they still running that, by the way, or is that done?
Well, you got a half an hour to get in on that deal.
Right.
No, it's over. Sorry.
It's over.
Yeah.
So, like this one here is number whatever the hell, like 8 kajillion. What is it, like 41 something?
Right.
4153 out of 6,000. But I want to be able to carry this, right? And so that's why I bought another low number one, because then I won't be afraid to carry this one. You've got like 3 of these, right?
Yeah. Got them right here.
Yep. Dude, either way, Will or Marty, you still got a hell of a deal. But,
right.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Nice.
And a couple more coming. And I get that some people don't like this knife. I am why I kind of want that partisan. I am a folder, like, gentleman's knife type.
Oh, dude. This thing weighs, like I said, 2 ounces. It's like a feather. But the awesome thing about it is that it's D2 steel, and it feels solid in the hand, right? And that's usually when you get a light knife like this, it usually feels kind of cheesy in the hand, like plasticky. But this thing feels like solid, like you could really do some work with it, and that's why I really like it. But I do want to be able to carry that Browse as well, because I do like it, actually. At first I was kind of but now that I've been kind of dicking with it a little bit, I actually kind of like it, I think it'd be kind of cool just to, and again, it's light enough that you could wear it in a suit pocket or a light piece of material that you wouldn't have to worry about it dragging on you.
Right.
And you could carry it for that kind of purpose all the time. You could put it in a suit pocket for that matter, and you wouldn't have to worry about it dragging out. But yeah, no, cool knife, man. I dig it. Just because it's so stinking light and there's nothing to it. But again, D2 steel, just like the other one, just like the Bastian. It's D2 steel. And
I like this knife because of the blade shape.
Yeah.
Partly because it's just funky.
It is funky. Well, the whole knife has got this kind of strange, weird shape to it.
Oh, yeah. I really like it. The first time I saw it, because they kind of showed me the knife.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I saw it, and I was like, "Ooh, wow, that's funky. I like it." You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I've never really seen much like it before.
Yeah, Dan showed you his, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Brandon's. Anyways, yeah. But I really liked it, and the more I mess with it, the more I like it. Like I carried it yesterday. Today I'm carrying the SOG, whatever the
Kiku.
hell that was. Kiku.
Yeah.
But
that thing's fucking monster, man.
Yeah, I know. You go.
I can't carry it.
This, which you don't notice, you know what I mean, to freaking this, you know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That thing's a beast. Get out of here. That's crazy.
I love that song. Freaking awesome.
Yeah, I like both of them though, and I don't know. I like mixing my knives up.
Yep. Scotia, that was a Gonzo, or Ganzo, Ganzo. That was the name of that company that had the auto knives that were pretty inexpensive, really inexpensive. How much were they? Like $20 or $25? They're like $25 gentleman auto folders, and they were really actually pretty damn nice.
Here's want to see a cheap knife?
Mm-hmm.
Here's a cheap knife.
Yeah, that is ass cheap right there.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have to grab the Ganzo. Hang on, I'll be right back.
Did you hear me talk about this in that box that I opened?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. And they had an MSRP on this knife of like $26, and I was like, "There's no fucking way." You know what I mean?
Can you see that?
Keep talking.
That design. Can you see the blade?
Yes, but you need to keep talking so that I can see it. Because remember, whenever you.
All right. All right.
I love it, dude.
Very close to the design of the chopper, but smaller and no serrations on the back. How would that be for the Out West with Chris camp knife?
That'd be awesome. It's almost similar to the blade style.
Yes. The Kiku.
The Kiku. Yeah. It's very similar to the Kiku.
Yeah, but it's got a better belly.
Oh, yeah. Definitely a better belly.
It's got a ramp that you can jump on that, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then nice finger choil.
Yeah, it looks like... Yeah, that's a nice knife. You'd be able to do a ton of shit with that.
I'm thinking like an 8-inch blade and a 5-inch handle.
Yeah.
So it'll be a nice sized knife, but not overwhelmingly too big.
Yep.
Some places I had to do a bunch that were like small, like a friend of mine, Chin. He was going camping. His blade had to be no more than 5 inches. And it's like, he's like, I want to be able to start fires. I want to be able to strap it to a pole. So everything. So I made him one like yours, Gray Fox, only a little bit smaller so that he could carry it in Georgia. And not get busted with it because he was going camping.
Talking about that one.
Because apparently there, the park rangers come and they check your blades.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a metal plate.
Mm-hmm.
And they put your blade on it. And if it sticks over it, then they hit it with the end of their revolvers.
Bottle opener.
And they break the ends off.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Wow.
Huh. That's
crazy. And then
cool.
hand the knife back to you.
Nice.
You know,
I'll show you guys a picture of one of my favorite knives.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll flip over to share my screen. This is a knife, just a little backstory. My dad gave me this knife when I was 13. It was or 12, when I was 12. And it was okay, you get to go hunting with me now, elk hunting. I used to go deer hunting with them all the time, but this was our week-long elk hunting trip, and you need a knife. Here is your hunting knife. So let me see if I can figure out how to share my screen. Share my screen. There we go. Share. Right here.
$119.
$119.
Yeah.
And I still have the knife, and I love it. And it's not like an expensive knife. It's not, super high quality.
Yep. I had one, man.
Yeah, I still have it. And
great knife.
I don't have it near me, or else I would show it. But
yeah, the blade style was like a mini K-bar, like a mini Marine Corps K-bar.
Right.
It's very similar to that, but it's a really cool knife.
Yeah, I want to get one for, you know, my son when he is ready to go with us to Idaho to hunt, you know.
Yeah. So this is that Ganzo knife that Scott was talking about. So it's got G10 handles, right? You know, and solid nickel front, push button open. So nothing to it. But this is the Ganzo Firebird, I think it was. But these were, it's got that nice push button on it. So you just push the button and close it. It has a deep, you know, deep carry pocket.
Yeah.
But nothing to it. But these were, at the Blade Show, $25.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. From this company, Ganzo. So, and they're... Huh?
What steel is it?
It's 440, just regular 440.
Okay.
So it's not the most expensive steel in the world. But back in the day, everything was 440.
Right.
I mean, you couldn't find a knife that wasn't 440 for the longest time. This fancy steel that's coming out, this is something within the last, like, John, what would you say, like last 4 years?
Yeah.
Find a knife that wasn't 440 for the longest time.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
Don't know what happened there. But anyways, so, but like in the last 4 years, that's when they had like 34 SVN and V1 and, you know, D2 and all these other crazy ass AUS 8 and all this other steel. But AUS 8 has actually been around for a long time. They just didn't call it AUS 8, which is kind of a Japanese version of, you know, 35 VN, I think. But it's not nearly as nice. But yeah, there's a lot of steels out there. I'm sure John can rattle them off in a heartbeat. But yeah, there's just a lot of stuff out there.
What do you think was the reasoning? Why did that all kind of...
Designer knives hit the market. It just like everything else. Like the way it is to me is like, I can remember when I was a kid and you could buy a pickup truck for $2,000, right? And a car was still $13,000, $14,000, $15,000, but a truck was like $2,000, $3,000 because it was a truck, you know, which was just bare bones truck and there wasn't a whole lot to it, right? Well, then all of a sudden they started making trucks like cars where they put, you know, carpeting in them and cup holders and nice stereos and everything else. And as the truck evolved into something that was popular, that everybody wanted, then all of a sudden the prices went up and up and up and up. Now a truck costs you the same, if not more, than a car, purely because of popularity and everything else that they did with them, right? But it used to be before you'd buy a cheap truck and customize the shit out of it, and then you had something special that you really liked. Knives is kind of the same way. Knives went from tools, where it was just, you bought a knife because it was a tool to cut shit. And that was it. Now, it's all designer shit. Now you have all these different steels that are better or worse, and you have all these different blade shapes that are all custom to what you want. And so it's become more of a tool, more than a tool, and more of a fashion accessory and or something of a cool factor that everybody wants. Everybody wants this like custom knife, and everybody wants this special thing.
Because like I want to say like the firearms industry and some of the more cosmetic like AR-15 parts and firearms themselves and stuff like that. Do you think
exactly the same thing?
Well, yeah, some of your higher end steels that are crucible steels, which they have chemists mixing molten metals to make this stuff, like the CRVs and stuff like that. But like a lot of the Chinese and Japanese steels, the stainless steels that have 8 or 9 different letters and numbers in them, they don't allow they don't allow the import from China to Japan and from Japan to China. So to get them into different countries, even though it is the exact same chemistry, they have to call it something different because the Japanese are making this steel, CRM 18V KRM, but the Chinese are making CRM 18 KV 19M. It's the exact same chemistry, but because they can't import into the countries at the same rate, they have to change up their nomenclature so that they can pull this in, because you can't take in this stuff because the Chinese are making it, so the Japanese changed their nomenclature. They're making it, and the Indonesians, the Filipinos, anybody that's making any type of steel like that is anything that has a bunch of drawn out letters like that, it's going to be a moderately cheap stainless steel. It's going to be like 440C, which is the American version of the stainless steel that they've taken, and they'll add a little bit of carbon, they'll add a little bit of chromium. Yes, it might be a little bit more rust resistant. It might harden a little bit more, but it's still almost exactly the same steel.
Right.
It really doesn't matter in the long run. It really doesn't matter.
Right.
What's the best stainless, John, for a knife?
The best stainless steel is used for surgical instruments.
Yeah.
And I think between 440 and 480, American-made stainless steel is incredible steel. It holds an edge while you're cutting soft stuff like tissue and whatnot. Now, if you're going to use it in the woods, there really isn't a good stainless steel that's going to hold an edge.
Yeah, that's why you go to high carbon.
Exactly. You have to go to D2 or A1 tool steel, which is going to rust a little bit, but you're going to be able to harden it enough that it holds an edge so you can use it as a woods tool and keep some of the rust resistance. But if you're using it as a surgical instrument, or you're going to keep it in your pack and it's not going to do anything but maybe cut seat belts or maybe cut flesh like a scalpel, then between 440 and 480C stainless steel, which is American made, or
well, I ask because I have do you guys remember the Mora knife that was in the fishing box?
Yes, mine rusted to shit.
Yeah, mine is starting to pit, and it stayed in my kayak fishing gear in my crate. Okay, so it's always close to the water, and it's starting to pit. And I've gutted fish with it. I've scaled fish with it. I cut line with it. It's still moderately sharp. I have not sharpened it since I got it, but it is starting to pit. The other knife that I use a lot that's stainless is the Boker, and it hasn't really started pitting at all. And I use that thing just as much or more.
It's different coating.
Yes.
Okay.
The coatings are important, and also the chromium content, because what makes steel rust resistant is chromium. Now, chromium is susceptible to rust from chlorine. Now, when you get into salt water, there's chlorine mixed in with the salt water, so that will make stainless steel rust. When you're in fresh water, it won't rust at all. So if you're in the mid part of the United States, your stainless steels aren't going to rust. Once you get on the coast, then your stainless steel is going to rust, and the higher the chromium content, the more pitting you're going to get, because the chlorine is going to attack that steel.
Right.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, that's why I try to stick with a high carbon steel regardless of what it is, because worst case scenario, you oil it once in a while, you never have to worry about it.
Okay.
You get done working with it, you wipe it with some oil, and you're good to go.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it. And if it's something that you're going to be cutting fish with or food with, you just wipe it with olive oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Which is a food grade oil that will protect your knife.
Right.
And you don't have to worry about it from there on out, because,
it's way harder. It will hold an edge longer. And it's just an actually better steel as far as chemistry goes than the stainless steels.
And it's a hell of a lot easier to work with, too.
Yeah. And I keep it in my life jacket because it has the scissors that I can, clip braid with or line with. It has a wrench, it has the screwdriver. It just pretty much has everything. And I use a lot of those tools all the time. It could be, in all honesty, like the most used knife that I've gotten from BattleBox.
Yeah.
because of how I use it. The other ones are like the Bastian Blades is my most worn knife, probably.
Yeah, mine too.
But not the most used.
Right.
I constantly am pulling that thing out when I'm fishing.
Yeah. Yep. I use that stupid red fillet knife all the time in the garage. You know what I'm talking about? That little red cheap fillet knife?
Yep.
Because I use it for, my packing materials. So like cutting my styrofoam and doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I use it for because it's such a narrow blade. It cuts styrofoam really well.
No.
So I use it constantly for that. So that's probably my most used blade. But my most carried blades are between the Braza, which I wear anytime I'm in anything other than a suit, and my Bastian Partisan for anytime I'm actually in a suit. So I'm a pretty big, fan of those knives. Now, anytime I go into the woods, I'm either carrying that knife that John made for me or I'm carrying a tops knife. Those are the things I carry. And I've almost always got one of my axes with me. Right. Because if I get bored when I'm sitting in the woods, I just throw my axes.
Right.
Nice.
And I've been doing that for so many years, but I'm still not bored of it. It's still fun.
Oh, yeah.
So I still do it. You just make yourself do a single spin, a double spin, or a triple spin, and you try to throw it upside down and shit like that. And
yeah.
It's just fun, Right. It's just a good time.
I'm going to be trying some sidearm throws. I don't know how that's going to go.
That's probably not going to go well. It's probably not going to go well at all. So, yeah. But whatever, man. I don't care. You do what you got to do, man. I want you to have fun with it. That's the whole point of making these things. Yeah, that's all right. You can't do anything to it that can't be fixed.
Right.
So,
exactly.
There's nothing you can do to it that I can't fix. It's nothing at all. So that's kind of the beauty of those things, man. So you chip the blade, I can redo the blade. You break the handle, you can throw a new handle on. You mess up the cord wrap, we just rewrap it. It's no problem. Easy enough to do. But you're never gonna break that head completely. It's just not gonna happen. So that's the whole reason I leave it soft in the middle. So I harden the edge, both edges, but I leave it soft in the middle, so it'll never break. It's never brittle in the middle. So some axes, when they harden the whole head, right? Mm-hmm. If you harden the whole head and you hit it hard enough, you can crack it at its weakest point, which is that circle that goes around the wood, right? And you'll see a lot of things that have handles like that where they crack right along the wood because that's the weakest point because it's the thinnest part of the wall. But if you leave it softer than the edge and softer than the hammer, it has more give to it, and it's less likely to be brittle in that center section. So usually it'll last. John probably knows the science behind it better than I do, but it works.
I believe you.
Yeah, it definitely works.
We're at what now? An hour and a half?
Something like that.
150 almost.
I don't know if there's even anybody else watching at this point. They've all died off.
They're like...
I haven't seen a comment since, is this OS 8? Is that like OS 8? So,
yeah.
Anyways. All right, fellas. That was good. It's just been too long, so we'll have to do these more often, and it won't be so bad.
No.
For sure.
It was good. It was fun.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
You didn't even get the freaking Mission 29.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that mission, actually.
Oh my God.
That should be pretty cool. Yeah, so far we know that they'll...
I lost my watch, and then I was searching for it, and then I finally found it when I mowed.
Oh, no.
Yes.
That's how you found it?
Yeah.
And nice.
I wanted that watch, and I didn't buy it, and then like 2 days later, the post came up, and I was like, oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Mm-hmm.
That watch is coming? Oh, thank God.
Yeah, that's cool. So we know we got a watch coming. We know we got a hat coming.
Yes.
We know we have a knife coming.
Really cool dagger.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if that's been
it hasn't been confirmed, but
been confirmed. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I've heard people talking. And then we've got what else do we
I
know
was
we
kind of
have?
hoping for the ice dagger from Tops.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, right?
Dagger, yes.
Yeah. You saw that axe I got, right? The Viax?
Oh, yes.
That thing is sick, man. It's sick. But yeah, there was something else they released, wasn't there? Something else they told us about? The hat, the watch.
The watch?
Was there anything else?
We
know it's all American made. I wonder if we're going to get one of those mugs. Did you see the mug he was using in the live shot?
Those things are $130.
Oh, are they really?
Yes.
Well, we're probably not getting one of those then.
No.
Those battle mugs?
Yes. They're like milled out of a solid piece of billet aluminum.
Really?
So yeah, they're super expensive.
Wow.
They've been out for a few years.
I've seen them.
They were cool, but
I didn't realize they were that much though.
Yeah.
Oh, I would never freaking buy one at that price. Yeah. I'm sure they sent it to them, but
probably.
There's no way I would pay that much for it. That's for sure. And it's nice that it's all operator American made stuff for this mission. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. The thing that gets me though is the box itself. I think they released it at $400 and some odd, right?
Yeah, $426.
Okay, something like that. But the watch and what was the other item? Oh, and the knife are like $300 of that.
Right.
So there's like 100 and some change left for the whole rest of the box.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes, because it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot left in between there for everything else, but we'll see how it goes. Who knows? Well, all right, guys. I think we've said our piece. I think we kept our crowd. They got something to watch. Sorry about the microphone issues. That'll be fixed for next time. Now that I know what was happening, it happens every time I update the stinking software. Other than that, I don't think I have anything else. So from myself, Sly Fox Tactical, Gray Fox, I'm out. Peace. Chris?
John from Beer, Bourbon, and Bushcraft. See ya.
And I just ordered my partisan knife. I just clicked to confirm. I'm out. See you guys later.
See you later, guys.
See you, Chris. See you, Gray Fox.